But I have a reason with Mike here, and he gives me the motivation. I will stay alive, and I will watch him become a success.
Mike Tyson, always.
And then I'm gonna jab to the head, then I'm gonna throw eight to the body, and then I'm gonna move after I hit and punch the body.
What are you gonna do when you get inside?
I'm gonna open up like a son of a bitch.
Hey, Tyson, 8-second knockout the first round. 8-second knockout. The right hand. Yeah, he did.
And there's a again.
June 27th, 1981, Colorado Springs, Colorado. The U.S. Junior Olympic Championships. A 15-year-old kid from Brownsville, Brooklyn was about to step into a ring at the national level for the first time in his life. He'd been pulled out of a juvenile detention center 2 years earlier by a counselor who'd watched him beat up grown men in the yard. That counselor introduced him to a man who had already made 2 world champions and who took one look at the chubby 13-year-old and told him he was going to be the youngest heavyweight champion of all time.
I have never seen a fighter like Mike. He may go down in history, one of the greatest we ever had, if not the greatest that ever lived.
By 15, Mike Tyson was 5 feet 10 inches, 200 pounds of solid muscle. And on the other side of the ring in Colorado was Joe Cortez, a kid who had no idea what was coming.
Blows were more telling. Here we go.
The bell rang.
Watch this carefully, because Tyson in the blue is a bomber. He's trained by no other than Cus D'Amato. Oh, and there it's all over. And that was as quick a knockout as you'll ever see. And that was
Tyson's first national championship was over before most of the crowd had finished sitting down. 8 seconds, and a gold medal around the neck of a 15-year-old who already moved like a contender. Word started spreading through the amateur boxing scene that night. There was a kid up in the Catskills, and whatever Cus D'Amato had been hiding up there, it was real. 1 year later, June 1982, Colorado Springs again. Same tournament, new weight, same result. Tyson was back to defend his junior Olympic gold and ran into a kid named Don Kozad in the early rounds. If Kozad had watched any tape from the year before, he didn't show it. Kozad was the second amateur in a year to find out what happens when you stand in front of Mike Tyson and try to box him. 2-time national contender. One opponent left between Tyson and his second gold medal in 2 years. June 26th, 1982. The final. Kelton Brown crossed the ring. A second gold medal 1 round away.
At the very beginning was something that he did. I think it was pushed. There's a right hand.
Tyson came out of his corner the same way he came out of every corner in 1982. Pressure from the first second.
Down. Another right duck to the body by Tyson. Very, very strong boxer, Tyson. Very, very strong. Brown has taken some vicious punishment and held on. He's still in there. I don't think there's another right by Tyson. That's right.
Brown's corner had seen enough before the first bell rang to end the round.
Boxer hurt. I think the towel hit the canvas about 35 seconds into the fight.
Back-to-back junior Olympic golds. Tyson was 16 years old, and in the gym at Catskill, Cus didn't bring out any cake. He brought out the mitts, because the next test was already on the calendar, and Cus knew the amateur world wasn't going to keep being this easy. August 1983, Columbus, Ohio. The Ohio State Fair National Invitational. Tyson had moved up to senior amateur. No more junior Olympics. The opponents were going to be grown men now. Guys with 50, 60, 70 fights to their name. Jerry Goff was one of those guys. The kind of fighter Cus had been waiting for Mike to face. Someone who wouldn't fold from the first punch. As always, Tyson started quickly. But Goff wasn't going to go down without a fight. Goff was actually boxing well against the young prodigy. Tyson's first senior amateur title was in the books. He was 17 years old, fighting men 10 years older than him, and finishing them in style. The whispers in the amateur world were starting to get louder. There was talk now about Olympic trials, about 1984, about whether the kid from Catskill could be the youngest American boxer to ever make an Olympic team. June 1984, Fort Worth, Texas. U.S. Olympic trials. Round 1. The opponent, Kelton Brown, the same Kelton Brown whose corner had thrown in the towel against Tyson at the 1982 Junior Olympics.
Keep him at bay.
Kelton Brown out of Georgetown, Texas, stands 6 feet 7 inches.
If Brown thought 2 extra years of experience would change the outcome, he learned quickly that it wouldn't.
Here we go. Tyson built like Joe Frazier. 201 pounds. Tyson does not fool around. He comes at you with a vengeance. Brown not doing much to use his height advantage, and he's in trouble here in round 1. There we go, still in round 1. It could end any time with Mike Tyson against leaping left hook a la Frazier.
It broke the rings. Yeah, it sure did.
We're in round 1. Mike Tyson, oh, he's hurt Kelton Brown. He hits like sledgehammers. Caution to Michael Tyson. Uppercut, left hook, staggering Brown. And a right hand. How Brown continues to stand, I don't know.
Tyson's got to be a little bit careful when he's inside.
Now, is this a man who can stay amateur until 1988?
I wish.
Again, staggering Brown. Brown almost put a knee up to defend himself.
That's all.
That's all.
Brown had now been stopped twice by Mike Tyson. Tyson moved through to the next round of the trials. One fight closer to Los Angeles. June 9th, 1984. Fort Worth. The semi-final. And this was the toughest fight of Tyson's amateur career on paper. Henry Hammerin' Hank Milligan was a Princeton graduate, a 10-letter varsity athlete, the 1983 U.S. heavyweight amateur champion, and the only American ranked in the AIBA top 10 in the world at heavyweight. Sparring partner to Evander Holyfield, top seed in the 201-pound class. Tyson was the underdog, and Milligan had a plan to win on points.
All right, the bell for round 2. Remember, heavyweights. Tyson to your left.
With Mike fighting just the night before and a rumored back injury, the audience wondered if this would be a difficult night for Mike.
Oh, he's doing well in the boxing sense. Oh, Milligan trying to jab that. It was a pawing jab, but
They were wrong to question Mike Tyson.
boxing style, and then he came in with a decent enough right that Milligan, well, he's not a good fighter. He was hurt right there, standing 8 count. That's the danger of fighting more than a single cleanly scored blow. Tyson quickly with a right, Milligan in trouble, and this is the second standing 8 count. Remember, under the rules, one more, that's it, fight's over, and suddenly, from nowhere,
One One fight from the Olympic team. One fight from Los Angeles. One fight from everything Cus D'Amato had spent 10 years building toward. That fight was Henry Tilman. June 10th, 1984, Fort Worth, Texas. The U.S. Olympic Trials heavyweight final. Mike Tyson versus Henry Tilman. The kid from Brownsville against the kid from South Central L.A. 3 rounds, 5 judges. 1 ticket to the Olympic Games. Tilman was older, more experienced in the amateur system, and known for his movement and sharp left jab. Tyson had the power. Tyson had Cus. And Tyson had a reputation that was already starting to spread through amateur boxing.
And this fight, as we begin the action, Tyson will have, I think, some greater difficulty.
Tyson came out hunting.
Right there, than he had against Milligan, the young man from Princeton University. First round action, and you see Tilman quickly moving on his toes. Usually you get less and less movement as you get into the higher weights. Back bout against his opponent, Benny Hurd. But here you see, boy, the thunderous power of Tyson. Going to L.A. to work. First round action. An enormous punch. Move and keep scoring as he did right there and right there.
The crowd erupted, exactly the kind of moment that made Tyson seem inevitable.
Cus D'Amato says the young man will become the heavyweight champion of... As you've seen, the background awfully different sections of the same borough, Brooklyn. So we have had 1 knockdown, and we're still in the first round coming to the end. A knockdown and scoring counts for no more than a good clean. For round 2, just keep the jab in.
But under amateur scoring, 1 knockdown wasn't enough.
When you see a big man move in history in terms of foot speed and, for that matter, hand speed. If you watch closely, Tilman is fighting very clever, and young Tyson, only 17, is having 3 blows and then a 4th, and Mike relying on that wild lunging right. Inside the final minute of the round, for the referee to stop the contest. To do it, he's got to knock me in this round. Points by a huge margin. Round, knowing the opponent's strengths and his vulnerabilities.
The 3rd round became a battle between Tyson's pressure and Tilman's ringcraft.
Tyson scored his knockdown in the first round. That second round was overwhelmingly Tilman. So, a foot movement. But as is conceivable, based upon the box-off procedure, that the most noteworthy opponent is selected by a duly appointed board. Coach Pat Nappy is one member and a very influential corner, and Bangam. Yeah, right there he's trying. Tilman covering. Inside of 50 seconds now left to go. Tyson scoring, knock him out that way, as Tilman just keeps working the left, using the ring, covering well there, fighting back, and we're near the end of the fight. So there will be no knockout by young Mike Tyson in this fight, though there was a first-round knockdown. The bell.
3 rounds, 5 judges. The decision.
The decision. Of course, exactly what
Henry Tilman, by unanimous decision. Tyson had scored the only knockdown of the fight, but Tilman had won long stretches of the final 2 rounds with cleaner amateur-style boxing. The Brownsville kid left the ring devastated. His Olympic dream suddenly depended on getting one more chance. Tyson got that chance. Because of his performance at the trials, he was selected as Tilman's most worthy opponent for the Olympic box-offs at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. A winner-take-all rematch. 3 weeks to prepare. One more shot at Los Angeles. July 7th, 1984. Caesars Palace. Same 2 fighters. Same 3 rounds. Same 5 judges. Bigger stakes.
John Hollis from St. Louis, Marco Safaran.
Tyson arrived convinced he had improved.
Quickly, Tilman goes to the familiar role. Steady movement. Try and use the jab and keep June the 10th. Came back to win the fight. Someone in the crowd yelling, "Cut him off, Michael." You heard Tyson say that's exactly. Tilman will keep using that jab, get it in there, score, and get it. Very basic boxing. From nowhere, Tyson got to Tilman. One can see Tyson developing from fight to fight. As a boxer, I mean. Coming to the end of round 1. Succession of knockouts as an amateur. First round ends, we'll be back. Bell for the second round.
The rematch was far more tactical than their first meeting.
Tilman not willing to take any chance. Her judges have not been fair to his fighter. He thought Tyson won the last time around against Tilman. Something dramatic happens. To be up, mentally or physically. Maybe he'll be different in the ring.
Late in the 3rd, Tyson finally connected with a clean right hand that got the crowd's attention.
Tyson, aggressive. There's many minions posted everywhere. Third and final round. A good right by Tyson. So little scoring by either part in terms of aggressiveness, but that doesn't count in amateur boxing.
Tilman stayed composed and made it to the final bell.
Counting down to the end of the fight. Okay.
And an established member of the 1984 Olympic team from Los Angeles, California, in the red corner, Henry Tilman.
Henry Tilman. 4-1 decision. The Olympic spot was his. Tyson had improved. Many observers felt the rematch was much closer than the first fight. But amateur boxing rewarded clean scoring over aggression, and the judges once again sided with Tilman's style. A month later, Henry Tilman won Olympic gold in Los Angeles. Mike Tyson watched the games from Catskill with Cus D'Amato. Tell us in the comments, did the judges get both fights right? Or do you think Tyson deserved the Olympic spot? The amateur boxing world thought Tyson was finished. The kid had been beaten, twice, by the man who just won Olympic gold. Cus didn't see it that way. August 18th, 1984. Syracuse, New York. Empire State Games. 6 weeks after the Tilman heartbreak. Winston Bennett across the ring. Tyson started like he had always done. It was clear Tyson wasn't going anywhere. Bennett was the last amateur opponent Mike Tyson would ever fight on American soil. If you enjoyed this video, watch Mike Tyson at 18, when the world finally found out what Cus D'Amato had been building. It didn't feel real.